Take you live now to the Prime Minister. He's welcoming his Vietnamese counterpart here in Canberra.
Ministry of Science and Technology. Prime Minister Chinh and I discussed our shared determination to grow our trade and investment links to support both our countries' economic prosperity. In 2022, the latest figures available, trade between Australia and Vietnam reached $25.7 billion. This was an increase of 75% over just the 2 years from 2020 and make Vietnam Australia's 12th largest trading partner. My government is already implementing the recommendations of the Southeast Asia Economic Strategy to 2040, the report delivered by Mr Nicholas Moore. To strengthen business ties and grow investment between our two countries, I announced in Melbourne earlier this week. This will include extending the landing pad program supporting Australian tech companies in Vietnam to work intensively in new markets. As export-focused countries, we recognise the opportunities to create jobs for Australians and Vietnamese alike. Work is being done right across the breadth of my government to build trade and investment ties with Vietnam. The first annual Australia-Vietnam Trade Ministers Dialogue was held in Melbourne on the 5th of March. Austrade and Viettrade signed an agreement to support improved promotion of trade and investment opportunities. And I'm pleased to announce that implementation arrangements have been agreed to enable 1,000 Vietnamese workers to work in the agricultural sector to fill labour gaps in rural and regional Australia. Workers are expected to begin arriving this year. Our economic cooperation is also underpinned by our educational and institutional links. I'm particularly pleased that we have renewed our framework for cooperation on education, supporting more partnerships between Australian and Vietnamese education institutions. We also discussed the importance of cooperation to protect and promote regional security and stability. I'm proud today we're announcing a new peacekeeping partnership to further our important cooperation in this field, and that we have elevated the Australia-Vietnam Security Dialogue to the ministerial level to advance cooperation on law enforcement issues. All of these initiatives are sustained and strengthened by the depth of the people-to-people ties between our nations. There are over 350,000 Australians of Vietnamese heritage, and Vietnamese is the fourth most common language spoken at home in Australia. Our connections endure across generations and geography. Working together as comprehensive strategic partners, I am confident that Australia and Vietnam can rise to meet the challenges of today and tomorrow